Laser Minds, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Maria, and I'm thrilled to continue our journey towards freedom by design. In the last episode, we talked about the power of structure as the foundation for a limitless life. But structure alone isn't enough. To truly unlock your potential, you need to master your impulses and cultivate the art of self-discipline. Now, let's be honest, we all struggle with impulses. That urge to scroll through social media when we should be working. That craving for junk food when we're trying to eat healthy. That temptation to procrastinate when we have a deadline looming. These impulses can feel incredibly powerful, like they're hijacking our brains and sabotaging our goals. I know I've definitely been there. I used to be a master procrastinator, always finding excuses to avoid the things I knew I needed to do. I'd tell myself, I'll do it later, or I deserve a break, only to end up feeling guilty and stressed out. But here's the thing, impulses are not inherently bad. They're simply signals from our brains, telling us that we want something. The problem is when we let those impulses control us, when we react to them without thinking, when we sacrifice our long-term goals for short-term gratification. That's where self-discipline comes in. Self-discipline is the ability to resist impulses, to delay gratification, and to choose actions that align with your values and your goals. It's not about being perfect or never experiencing temptations. It's about developing the awareness and the skills to manage your impulses effectively. So, how do you master your impulses and cultivate self-discipline? Here are a few practical strategies that have worked for me and for many of my clients. 1. Awareness. The first step is to become aware of your impulses. Pay attention to the thoughts, feelings, and situations that trigger them. Keep a journal, meditate, or simply take a few moments each day to observe your inner landscape. The more aware you are of your impulses, the better equipped you'll be to manage them. 2. The 30-minute rule. This is a simple but powerful technique for resisting impulsive behaviors. When you feel an urge to do something you know you shouldn't, tell yourself you'll wait 30 minutes. Often, the urge will pass, or you'll realize it's not worth the effort. 3. Pre-commitment devices. These are strategies you put in place before you're tempted, to make it harder to give in to your impulses. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, you might avoid buying junk food altogether, or you might pre-portion your meals so you're less likely to overeat. If you're trying to reduce your social media usage, you might delete the apps from your phone or use a website blocker. 4. Replace. Don't restrict. Instead of simply trying to suppress your impulses, try replacing them with healthier alternatives. If you're craving sugar, reach for a piece of fruit instead of a candy bar. If you're feeling stressed, take a walk or listen to music instead of scrolling through social media. 5. Focus on your why. Remind yourself of your long-term goals and why they're important to you. When you're clear about your values and your aspirations, it becomes easier to resist impulses that don't align with them. Okay, Laser Minds, it's time for your actionable takeaway for this episode. I want you to choose one impulse that is holding you back from achieving your goals. It could be anything: overeating, procrastination, social media addiction, negative self-talk, whatever feels most relevant to you. Once you've identified that impulse, implement one of the strategies we discussed today to manage it. Try the 30-minute rule. Set up a pre-commitment device. Replace the impulse with a healthier alternative, or focus on your why. Choose the strategy that resonates most with you and commit to practicing it consistently for the next week. Remember, mastering your impulses is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, patience, and self-compassion. Don't get discouraged if you slip up. Just acknowledge it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. You have the power to take control of your impulses and create a life of freedom and fulfillment. I'm so excited to hear about your progress. Share your experiences with me on social media using the hashtag LaserMindAwakenSenses. I'll be checking in and offering support along the way. That's it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey to freedom by design. Remember, you have the power to master your impulses and create a life of discipline and purpose. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, and keep awakening your senses.